Well, good morning, folks. It's been a while since I did a video, so I thought I'd have another go today. I'm going to do one of my favourite meals of all time. All started when I was about 18 in the UK, in Manchester. Go Manchester City. Uh, we used to go out after a gig. As I'm an old musician, you know. Started when I was 14. My first band when I was 15. And I've been playing ever since, and I'm still playing today. Anyway, that's another story. When we finished the gig, the guys in the band, we always went for a curry, an Indian curry, and we used to love it. The chicken curry, the beef curry, they're about the main ones we used to get. Our mothers hated us because we used to get curry sauce all down our shirts. Anyway, in 1972 I emigrated to Australia, and we arrived here in Australia Day 1973. We came on a ship. There's 5 or 6 weeks on the ship, and there was no Indian restaurants in Australia. In fact, it still had the white policy. There was no one. Ethnics were allowed to emigrate, or not many of them. They're allowed to come here, but they weren't allowed to emigrate here, as far as I know. But that was a long time ago. So you couldn't go to an English style Indian restaurant. Anyway, it was quite a few years before the first Indian restaurant started being noticed. I used to go to them. It was nothing like the Indian curry that we used to get in the UK. So even in the early days before the Indian restaurants started opening, I bought a book, and an Indian guy wrote this book on curries, and my two favourite curries was the beef curry and the chicken curry. And I started to make them. Just getting the ingredients was pretty hard too in them days. Anyway, I managed to get the ingredients eventually, and it was just like the curries I used to get in the UK. I don't know whether they're still the same today, but I still go to Indian restaurants now in Australia, and it's not the same. It's a totally different type of flavour, and it's quite often a different presentation of it, you know. So I'm going to do today my interpretation of it. I will endeavour to photocopy the recipe, and I shall start by showing you what I'm about to do now. These are I buy twin chickens. There's 3 of us in the family, and if we only use one chicken, somebody misses out on the chicken breast. And in the Indian restaurants in England, they either served it with half a chicken or a quarter of a chicken, and you got a whole chicken breast on the bone. And if we only have one chicken, somebody in this house misses out on getting the breast meat, and I cop a lot of flack over that. So I buy the twin pack chickens, and I'm going to cut these now in quarters, because I find now a whole half a chicken, I can't eat the whole half, but I can eat the whole breast, and we have to keep it on the bone. We have to take the skin off, and then I'm going to do something that I've never done before. I've cooked this dish many times. I've cooked it for myself, my family and friends, and everybody's always gone home satisfied with it. Now what I'm going to show you now, I'm going to cook it in a different way. I usually cook it on the stove top with a big pan and slow cook for 3 to 4 hours. But this time I'm going to do it in my new Ninja 1 lid. It's a pressure cooker and an air fryer, and you can saute in it. You do anything in it. It's absolutely one of the best cooking pots I've ever seen or owned, and I can't stop using it. Anyway, I'll show it to you and see what you think. But like I say, I've never done it in this before, so I don't know how good it's going to come out. But I don't think it's going to take the 3 or 4 hours that it used to take, which is a bonus for me, because today I just showered my wife and dressed her, as she can't do it herself as she's got dementia. I've showered and dressed myself. I've made a couple of cups of coffee for us, and I've got 2 loads of washing on the go. I've got one in the washer now and one ready to go. Then we've got to hang them out, and in between I'm going to be trying to make this chicken curry. Now this is the pot that I'm going to be using. I absolutely love this pot. I've not used my cooktop since I've had it, and along with my air fryers and my air oven, I don't think I'll be using it. I certainly won't be using the oven again. So here we go. This is the beast. This here is you can air fry, grill, bake, roast, dehydrate, and you can prove bread in it. You can sear and saute, you can steam, slow cook, and yogurt. Now I've got to come to terms whether I'm going to slow cook this chicken or am I going to pressure cook it, because this is a pressure cooker too. Now if I slide this to the center, we can steam in it. We can steam bake, we can steam bread, bake bread in it and steam air fry, which I did with some chicken last week. And it stays very, very moist. Now if I turn this right over to there, this is the pressure cook, and I can have it on high or low, and here is how long I'm going to cook it for. So that is the nature of the beast. That's for the air fryer. Now this pot, this did not come with the unit. It came with a non-stick one, and I've still got that. And the other day I used them both. I used this one and the non-stick one. But I like stainless steel myself, and I've always liked stainless steel. I've never been into non-stick stuff. It's hard for it's rubbish. But actually, I must admit, this Ninja non-stick one, it's ceramic. It's pretty damn good. So but you have to use plastic utensils in it. This I can use metal utensils, and it doesn't really matter. Anyway, that's enough for now. I'm going to cut the chicken up. You don't need me to show you that. I'll show you when it's finished and when I'm ready to start cooking with it. All right, and I'll catch you later. This is going to be a long video, by the way, and I hope you stick around. And if you like it, please leave a like for me, and consider, if you haven't already, subscribing to my channel. And I'd like to thank everybody who's subscribed to my channel up to now. It's not a big figure, but it is for me. I didn't expect to get any. So I think I've got 60, and it's going up steadily but slowly. So like I say, if you really like the video, please consider subscribing. Well, hello folks, here we are again. I'm about to start cooking my Indian chicken curry. I'm going to do not fried rice, I'm just going to do saffron rice and see how we go there. And just let me turn that off, right, and we'll try and take you through step by step, but a few things I've missed out a bit. I've actually done the chicken, and there it is, there. I quartered it and skinned it, and I took any fat off that needed to be taken off, and that will be sauteed before we put it in the pressure cooker, hopefully. Now, the first thing we do, I'm going to open the lid on here, and I'll try and turn this round. I'll take this away, and then we make some more room. It's only a little kitchen, this, and it's good sometimes because I don't have to walk too far. Now, right, I think that's just about right there. Okay, now what we'll do, I'll switch this on. I'll put some ghee in there, and we'll put it on saute on high. Now, they tell me ghee is not the healthiest of additives to put in to use, but having said that, it depends whether you want an authentic Indian curry or not, because they all seem to use ghee. Right, now before we go any further, I just want to show you the book. This is my book that I use. It's a step-by-step guide to Indian cooking, and it's Khalid Aziz, and I am, as you'll probably see, a well used version of the recipe. I can copy that and put it on in the comments. So there's also a beef one that I use, the only two I use in here. So, but today I will be having to have a look at the book in order of putting the ingredients in the order that they say to put them in. So it's been quite a while since I've done one. Now, while this says 1.5 cups of ghee, but I'm not putting 1.5 cups in. I'll put a fair bit in, but it ain't Indian curry without ghee, I tell you. Even Indians don't use this all the time because of the health thing. But like I said, it's not the healthiest of oils to put in. But having said that, you would need it every week. You would need it probably every fortnight or every month. Once every 2 months is pretty well reasonable. I mean, you could use other oils, and a lot of Indians do use other oils. I prefer to do it the authentic way, the way they've always done it. Now I'm gonna saute the onions. This 1.5 pound of onions. I didn't measure mine, I just filled the bowl up. So I don't know, but we like a lot of onion in it, and it unlike the beef curry, there's a lot of onion in chicken curry, and it's a totally different recipe. So we'll shove that in there. I've kept some onions back, and I'll show you the reason why shortly. Now, I've just got to find my spoon. Yeah, I should have got that out before I started filming. Now, it's sloppy, I'll tell you what, I've messed already. I clean as I go. Now, we'll keep that on high, and what I'll do, I'll bring you back when they're just about cooked, because we can't put nothing else in until they're done. Okay, so we'll see you in a bit. Okay folks, I'm back, ready to I've got the onions sauteing now to just get a bit of colour on them. It's just browning up real nice, and fogging up, so that's it. So we'll start adding the ingredients, the spices. Hopefully I'll get my camera there so you can see what I'm doing, and we'll zoom in a little bit, just a little bit. We'll go up to there. There we go. See if I can turn that lid away a little bit. That's it. That's better, if that's a word. Okay, now it says here I'm going to do different ingredient quantities, because I'm doing 2 chickens, so they're doing the quantities in the book for 1 chicken, so I'm going to do 2 of turmeric, 2 tablespoons turmeric. We'll give that a bit of a... I've turned this down to 3 now because it was getting a little bit too fierce. So now, where are we? Now we can start on the main spices, which is ground cumin. I'll give 2 of them. Now, the recipe doesn't call for coriander, but I like the coriander in there because I don't overpower it with the coriander. Now we're going to spill this bloody spice all over the cooker. Now, okay, so coriander. I'll just put 1 tablespoonful of this in because I really like this. I'll give it a good tablespoon. So that's that. Now I've got garam masala. I have made my own, but it's a lot of hassle. I'd rather just go and buy it from the shop. They say but making your own is better, and it probably is, but it's quite time consuming, and time is at the essence for me. at the moment with my wife being sick, so I haven't got the time to do that as much as I would like to. Now it doesn't call for mace, but I'd like a teaspoon of mace in there. And we do the salt and pepper. Now it says a lot of salt. Well, I don't like a lot of salt in my food, so I'll do 2 teaspoons. Seeing as we've got a fair bit of rock salt. I love my pepper, but my son doesn't, so here we go. I'll do 2 teaspoonfuls of pepper. I don't put chili in. I put a very mild chili in. I don't put a hot chili in. Now, I'll put a teaspoon of mustard powder. And funny that, I don't mind it in here, but I don't like mustard. I'd never put mustard in. Now, mustard seeds, the white ones. 2 teaspoons. We'll give that a bit of a stir before we go anywhere else. Now, paprika. This is mild. I've got to be very careful that I don't give my wife and son too much hot stuff. We like a little bit of heat, but we don't like it burning hot like my brother does. My brother, the hotter the better. He can't get it hot enough. And I gave him some hot stuff once, and it was enormous. And he said, "That's nothing." Right, now these are cardamom seeds, just 1.5 teaspoonful of cardamom seed, because we're putting cardamom pods in. Now, fenugreek, I know there's a teaspoon in there, so that's cleared that out. I can put some new ones in there now. Now, I'm going to show you something that you may or may not know. It's one of these, and you put the lid on, and you put the cardamoms in there and the cloves. And there's nothing worse if you've ever eaten a curry and you've had a mouthful of cardamom pod or a clove. I hate it, although I don't mind them flavouring the curry. I don't like to eat them as is, so we'll put that in last when we've got liquid in there. I think we're just about there now. I've got to put some water in there now. It says 1.5 cups of water. But we won't put that much in because I've got to put the chicken in to saute a bit. So we'll just put a bit in just to loosen it. I want this thick so as it coats the chicken. I'm just going to do saffron rice with it. No, nothing spectacular. Oh. I got you have a new email. 2 what I do, my tomato paste, I put in ice cube trays and freeze them, and then it's about 1 tablespoon. So I've used some of these for my onion, so I'll show you in a minute what I've done with the onion. So that's that. It's been a while since I've done one of these. Hope you can see in the pot there. I'm going to put the chicken in and see if we can coat the chicken, and then we're going to, oh wow, that nearly went in the curry. Good catch. They should play for Australia in the cricket. That was a good catch, that was. Now, okay, here we go. Fair bit of chicken here. I might have to, there and the breasts. And they've all got the bone in. It's 4 breasts and 4 quarters. So it's 8 quarters actually, all up. Now, once this is coated, we'll give it a couple of minutes to settle in, and then shall stick it in the there we go. Now the chicken's in. I'm going to try and just cover that a bit while it does it, and in the meantime I'll bring you back when that's been in. We've got to do about 10 minutes. I haven't put this in yet because that's got the cardamom pods and the cloves in there. So this, what I've done, I've put 12 of each. 12 pods, 12 cloves, and when I take that out, they all come out. Okay. Now then, before we go, I'll show you this. This is my onion. We're having pompadums. Some people call them papadums, pompadums, whatever doms you want to call them. I don't mind. I call them pompadums. I think that's what's on the packet too. So I've always known them as pompadums since being in the UK. So now I put them and eat them with the curry and the pompadums, and it's only tomato paste. It was just a little bit of tomato paste, and I put the rest of it in, about 1 3/4 of an ice cube in there, which is about 1 3/4 tablespoons. And about 1/4 of a tablespoon for this, and I've done one for my wife. I do them separate because not everybody likes these, so we usually have about 4 or 5 pompadums each on top of everything else with the rice. So I'll bring you back shortly, and when I can show you something else, and I'll show you how I set it up now for the for the rest of the cook, the pressure cook. I couldn't think of the word of it. The pressure cook. So I'm really got to still work out how long I'm going to pressure cook it for. It could be 10 minutes, it could be 20 minutes, some say 35 minutes. I think that's a bit long, but I shall do some research, because this book doesn't tell you. It just tells you to cook it for a couple of hours, or 3 hours, or 4 hours, or till the gravy separates. That's what you want. The gravy's got to separate. Okay, I'll catch you. I'll bring you back soon. Okay, folks, I'm having a bit of trouble with my sound. I've had to go to the sound on the camera. I'm ready now. I'll have to have a look at that later. What's gone wrong? So I will endeavour now to put some water in here. It says 2.5 cups. I'll just put enough in to cover the chicken. That should do. And I'm going to put it on steam. We'll be sautéing it again once the chicken's tender. So I'm putting some of this chili in. It's not too hot, this one, but I won't be putting a load in, just a squeeze. A bit there and a bit there, because there's a lot of chicken there, so we'll be right. I'll put the bay leaves in and the cardamom pods, etc. shortly. Now I'll give that one more stir. Now I'll put the chili in. This gravy is usually a fairly thin gravy. Not really watery, but it's quite thin. I was going to put it on the slow cooker mode, but it takes 4 hours and I haven't got that time now, so I'll close the lid. We'll shove it over to we'll stop it cooking. We've got it on high, and I shall put it on for 10 minutes. And I'll bring you back when that's done. So, see you in a bit. Well, cheers. Welcome back, everyone. It's just about done. The chicken is absolutely falling apart. I probably left it on a bit long. I didn't really, because it's the first time I've done it in this pot. I shouldn't have left it on that long. I like it when it's still in its original state, but cooked through very softly. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It'll still get eaten. It just means it'd be easy to get it off the bone. Anyway, cheers, mate. This is a nice Shiraz, 2021 Shiraz. Shiraz. Right, let's get cracking. First off the rank is I'm going to do the pompadums, but in the meantime what I've done, I've actually taken that cardamom pods and the other stuff out. What's it called? Oh geez, my memory. Anyway, it doesn't matter. They're in there. That's the it's starting to get a bit cool in here now, and the steam is steaming it up. That's it. That's there. I'm going to do the pompadums. I've got the rice. I've got the rice going in the rice maker. That's going to be 20 minutes. So we'll get the show you how we do the pompadums. I'm sure you will all know. There we go. Anyway, ooh, that's getting a bit hot now. We'll have to turn that down a bit, otherwise we've got to be very, very quick here. I'm using the gas stove because I've got all the stuff. There you go, that's how quick that is. Leave it in too long at that heat, they start to burn. I've never used these ones before. These are new ones. Normally they don't break up as quick. Still, we shall persevere. Unbelievable. I didn't realise it was. I tested it before I turned the camera on, and it was nowhere near ready. It was it wasn't hot enough at all. I even tested it with a piece of pompadom, and it didn't even cook it. So, and then all of a sudden I looked round and it's smoking. It could set on fire. That's why I don't like cooking with gas. I've got convection induction cooker, but I've got it all tied up at the moment. I think I've done too many, but I can toss the first two away. I doubt whether I will though. I'll eat them. I've done 5 for me, 5 for my son and 2 for my missus. So my missus might have to have 3. Because she does like them. But I'll break hers up for her so she can have the broken ones. Because she won't be able to eat them like that. She's very, very reliant now on me helping her with her food. 2 more, and then done. Oh dear, what a life. How did I ever find time to go to work? I don't know. I've been retired. I'm 77 now. I've been retired since I was 65, and it took me 2 years, about 2 years or more, to get used to being retired. I always felt guilty. I always felt guilty, as if I should be doing something. Anyway, I'm going to try and just get rid of this outside without spilling it. That'll be a first. Here we go. It's been a really warm day here today, but it's there we go, put it on there. That'll cool it down. I won't be using that oil again, that's the thing. It leaves a funny taste in the oil. I usually try and salvage the oil and strain it, but not. I've tried it with this before, and it just doesn't work. It still has that funny taste. I'll wash that later. I'll just get it a bit. They're great little cookers, these. I love it. I've got about 3 or 4 of them. I got a double one. I've got two or three single ones, and I got one with a casserole dish on, and that is absolutely brilliant. We used to go camping a lot. Well, when I say camping, I used to go with the caravan. We used to take it and we used to cook outside, but now my wife is the way she is, we don't do that no more. Okay, well, once again, that's it. I'll dish out when the rice is cooked, and in the meantime have a nice short slurp. The best thing to drink with Indian curries though is beer, but I've only got Guinness. A nice lager goes down well with it, but I haven't got none of that in at the moment. So the wine was from a bottle I opened yesterday, or the day before yesterday. Thanks for sticking with it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll come back to you very shortly with when I'm dished out, and let you have a look, see what it's like. Hopefully it's as good as it normally is, but I think that I've overcooked the chicken, that's for sure, but it is absolutely tender as, and the flavour's gone all the way through it. So we'll catch you soon. Well, good day again, folks. Here we are again. This is the last bit. My glasses are a bit fogged up, so I might have to take them off. This is the taste test. Everything's cooked really well. It's that's the saffron rice. That's my curried chicken, or chicken curry, whichever you want to call it. I've done some coconut, lemon juice and banana as a side, and my pompadums. So let's have a bit of a taste. There we go. Now what we'll start off, this is how I like my pompadums. I usually eat these separate, because when you go to an Indian restaurant, they serve you these first. I suppose to try and fill you up. I put my onion on. I could eat tons of these. They're hard to eat that way, a bit messy, but certainly worth the effort. I've got some more to eat with my dinner.
these are different pompadons than what I normally get. I usually get better ones than that. Yeah, bit of the banana with the pompadon. You just got to jam it in. Excuse me talking with my mouth full. That. I don't know whether you've had this before, the banana, lemon juice and coconut. It's bloody lovely. It's such a contrast to the curry. Oh yeah, oh. Excellent. That is delicious. But ladies, there's no nice way of eating that. There we go. Now, let's hope this doesn't drip. That is chicken, curry sauce and saffron rice. And we'll see how good that is. I'll soon tell you, I'll be honest about it. Have another go. Oh, come on. Get on the fork. There you go. Have a bite. Go on. Take it. Oh, down my bloody shirt now. That's what my mum used to hate. Oh, now I don't know where my mouth is. Let's see if we can get one done properly. There we go. It's not bad, you know. I've done better, but for the first time in that cooker, I'm quite pleased with that. I won't overcook the chicken next time. Now I know. I had a mate. His brother used to say, "We weren't born knowing. We all have to learn." A bit of bone. Okay. Well, all I can say is thanks for sticking around. If you enjoyed the video, give me a thumbs up. If you liked it, and you haven't already, consider subscribing to my channel. It give me a bit of incentive to keep going. And please, leave a comment. Let me know how you make chicken curry. Maybe I can learn something. But I've never, ever been let down by that. By that book. And I only use it as a guide now because at the beginning, I used to do it exactly as the book, and it was still good. It was still good. But for me, for my taste, I perfected it for me. You might not like the way I do it. You might even think I'm doing it wrong. Well, that's fine too. Everybody's different. We all have different tastes. There's certain things I don't like, certain things you don't like. So I don't put them in. I know people who would not eat this. The simple reason being, not enough chili in it for them. So I'll catch you in another one. Take care, and thanks for sticking around if you stuck it up this far, and we'll catch you again. So in the meantime, au revoir, toodaloo, bye bye, see you later, alligator, ta-ra, bye bye.